Beyond the basics, next-level psychotherapy models and their impact. This video analyzes the evolution of psychotherapy models since the emergence of Rational Emotive Behavior Therapy, REBT, Cognitive Behavioral Therapy, CBT, Dialectical Behavior Therapy, DBT, and Acceptance and Commitment Therapy, ACT. It further explores newer models like Emotionally Focused Therapy, EFT, Internal Family Systems, IFS, and Polyvagal Theory. Each model is examined regarding its major tenets, typical interventions, and criticisms. The responses of researchers and proponents to criticisms of their respective theories are also discussed. Understanding both the evolution and critiques of these models is essential for therapists aiming to refine their therapeutic approaches and cater to diverse client needs. Psychotherapy theories and models have continuously evolved, marked by the development of various therapeutic models aimed at addressing the complexities of human psychology and behavior. While REBT, CBT, DBT, and ACT have laid the foundation for modern psychotherapy, newer models such as EFT, IFS, and Polyvagal Theory have emerged to offer innovative approaches to healing and growth. Let's consider the older models as well as newer models, focusing on the major details, typical interventions, major criticisms, and potential responses to those criticisms. Rational Emotive Behavior Therapy, REBT. Major details. REBT, developed by Albert Ellis, focuses on identifying and challenging irrational beliefs that lead to emotional distress and maladaptive behavior. It emphasizes cognitive restructuring and the promotion of rational thinking to facilitate emotional well-being. Typical interventions. Disputing irrational beliefs using the ABCDE model, activating event, belief, consequence, disputation, effect. Homework assignments to practice rational thinking and behavioral change. Rational emotive imagery to desensitize clients to feared situations. Major criticisms. REBT's confrontational style may lead to resistance or rupture in the therapeutic relationship. The emphasis on cognitive restructuring may overlook the role of emotions and interpersonal dynamics in shaping behavior. Proponents' response. Proponents emphasize that REBT's confrontational style is intended to challenge ingrained beliefs and promote cognitive flexibility. They stress the importance of building rapport and establishing a collaborative therapeutic relationship to address emotional and relational dynamics. Cognitive Behavioral Therapy, CBT. Major details. CBT, pioneered by Aaron Beck, integrates cognitive restructuring techniques with behavioral interventions to address maladaptive thought patterns and behaviors. It emphasizes collaboration and empirical validation in therapy. Typical interventions. Cognitive restructuring to challenge and modify dysfunctional thoughts and beliefs. Behavioral activation to increase engagement in rewarding activities. Exposure and response prevention for anxiety disorders. Major criticisms. CBT's focus on symptom reduction may neglect the underlying emotional experiences and relational patterns contributing to psychological distress. The structured nature of CBT may not fully accommodate the individualized needs and preferences of clients. Proponents' response. Advocates highlight CBT's evidence-based approach and flexibility in adapting interventions to individual client needs. They stress the importance of addressing cognitive distortions while simultaneously exploring emotional experiences and relational dynamics. Dialectical Behavior Therapy, DBT. Major details. DBT, developed by Marsha Linehan, combines elements of cognitive behavioral techniques with mindfulness and acceptance strategies. It aims to help individuals with emotion dysregulation, borderline personality disorder, and suicidal behaviors develop distress tolerance and interpersonal effectiveness. Typical interventions. Skills training in mindfulness, emotion regulation, interpersonal effectiveness, and distress tolerance. Dialectical strategies to balance acceptance and change-oriented approaches. Individual therapy emphasizing validation and problem-solving. Major criticisms. The comprehensive nature of DBT may be resource-intensive and challenging to implement in various clinical settings. The emphasis on skill acquisition may overshadow deeper exploration of underlying emotional conflicts and relational dynamics. Proponents' response. Advocates acknowledge the resource-intensive nature of DBT but emphasize its effectiveness in reducing suicidal behaviors and improving quality of life. They highlight the need for comprehensive treatment approaches for individuals with complex needs. Acceptance and Commitment Therapy (ACT). Major details. ACT, developed by Stephen Hayes, emphasizes psychological flexibility and values-based living through mindfulness, acceptance, and behavior change strategies. It encourages clients to embrace uncomfortable thoughts and feelings while taking committed action towards meaningful goals. Typical interventions. Mindfulness exercises and acceptance techniques to foster present-moment awareness. Values clarification to help clients identify meaningful life directions. Cognitive diffusion to create distance from distressing thoughts. Major criticisms. The emphasis on acceptance and diffusion may inadvertently reinforce passivity and resignation in clients. The focus on values-based living may overlook systemic barriers to well-being and social justice issues. Proponents' response. Proponents assert that ACT promotes psychological flexibility and resilience by encouraging clients to accept their internal experiences. They underscore the importance of aligning therapeutic goals with clients' values and fostering a compassionate self-view. Emotionally focused therapy (EFT). Major details. EFT, developed by Sue Johnson, focuses on restructuring emotional responses and interpersonal dynamics within romantic relationships and family systems. It emphasizes the importance of creating secure attachment bonds and fostering emotional connection. Typical interventions. Emotionally focused conversations to identify underlying feelings and needs. Restructuring negative interaction patterns through enactments and role plays. Promoting empathy and validation between partners. Major criticisms. EFT's focus on emotions and attachment may neglect the role of cognitive processes and individual autonomy in shaping relationship dynamics. The structured nature of EFT may not fully accommodate the complexities of diverse cultural and relational contexts. Proponents' response. Advocates argue that EFT's focus on emotions and attachment enhances relational awareness and fosters deeper connections. They emphasize the importance of creating a safe therapeutic environment to explore vulnerability and emotional intimacy. Internal family systems (IFS). Major details. IFS, developed by Richard Schwartz, conceptualizes the psyche as composed of multiple internal parts with distinct emotions, beliefs, and motivations. It aims to foster self-awareness, harmony, and integration among these parts, leading to greater psychological well-being. Typical interventions. Internal exploration and dialogue to identify and understand different parts of the self. Facilitating self-compassion and acceptance towards internal conflicts and wounded parts. Fostering self-leadership and fostering a compassionate internal dialogue. Major criticisms. IFS's emphasis on internal parts may oversimplify the complexities of human identity and experience, potentially pathologizing normal variations in thought and emotion. The conceptualization of internal parts may lack empirical validation and scientific rigor. Proponents' response. Proponents argue that IFS provides a non-pathologizing framework for understanding internal experiences. They emphasize the importance of empowering clients to engage in self-discovery and self-compassion. Polyvagal Theory. Major details. Polyvagal Theory, proposed by Stephen Porgas, explores the neurobiological basis of social behavior, emotional regulation, and stress responses. It emphasizes the role of the vagus nerve in mediating adaptive responses to threat and promoting social engagement. Typical interventions. Polyvagal informed regulation techniques such as deep breathing and vocalization to modulate physiological arousal. Creating safe relational environments to promote social engagement and co-regulation. Mindfulness practices to enhance vagal tone and promote emotional resilience. Major criticisms. Polyvagal theory's emphasis on physiological mechanisms may oversimplify the complex interplay between biology, psychology, and social factors in shaping human behavior. The clinical applications of polyvagal theory may lack specificity and require further empirical validation. Proponents' response. Advocates stress that polyvagal theory provides valuable insights into the neurobiological underpinnings of human behavior. They acknowledge the need for further research to refine clinical applications and address critiques regarding specificity and empirical validation. Addressing criticisms and engaging in dialogue about the limitations of each model is essential for advancing the field of psychotherapy and tailoring interventions to meet the diverse needs of clients. Thus, psychotherapy continues to evolve, driven by a relentless pursuit of understanding and addressing the intricacies of human psychology and behavior. From Rational Emotive Behavior Therapy, REBT, to Polyvagal Theory, each model offers valuable insights and interventions aimed at fostering well-being and facilitating personal growth. Recent conferences in Europe and the United States have sparked a notable shift away from models that focus on treating syndromes to prioritizing the treatment of symptoms. This shift holds the potential to revolutionize psychotherapy by offering more targeted and tailored interventions. By focusing on symptoms rather than diagnostic labels, therapists can address the unique needs of each individual more effectively, leading to more personalized and efficient treatment outcomes. As we look to the future, it's essential to remain open to new ideas and innovations in psychotherapy. Emerging approaches such as compassion-focused therapy, CFT, schema therapy, and transdiagnostic approaches offer exciting possibilities for enhancing therapeutic effectiveness and promoting holistic well-being. By embracing these advancements and maintaining a commitment to evidence-based practice, therapists can adapt their approaches to meet the evolving needs of clients in today's dynamic world. Let us continue to explore, learn, and collaborate as we strive to shape the future of psychotherapy and promote mental health and flourishing for all. Disclaimer: the content presented in this video is intended for educational purposes only. It is not intended to offer legal, medical, or psychological advice or treatment. The information provided should not be used as a substitute for professional advice or guidance from qualified professionals in the respective fields. Individuals seeking legal, medical, or psychological assistance or treatment should consult with a properly licensed professional who can provide personalized guidance and support tailored to their specific needs and circumstances. The creators of this video and its content do not assume any responsibility or liability for any actions taken by individuals based on the information presented herein. Viewers are encouraged to exercise discretion and seek appropriate professional help when necessary.